Star Wars Galaxy Hero players and fans. This is HK58, and I'm going to do a video on Ewoks today. I'm going to try to do some predictions for each of the abilities for each Ewok that we currently have. Yes, this is my lineup currently with my Ewoks. The only reason why I have like a high Ewok, Elder, and Scout is because I keep getting them from the Ally Points Bronzium packs. But besides that, you know, it's kind of cool that I get them. So first off, making all four of them easy to get would be great. Like, for the most part, they are pretty easy. Chief Chirpa is probably one of the harder ones because it's using up Cantina energy. And I'm currently farming Sabine right now. But luckily I get 30 out of this month or so at least to unlock Chief Chirpa. Excuse me. So what I want to do is, like I said, I want to go over some of the abilities of each character, of each Ewok, to see, you know, how close I can get to some of the updates that they're going to do in the next coming week or two. Which I'd assume it may come out Monday or Wednesday, but I don't know. So the first one is Guiding Strike. Oh, I want Ewok Elder first. So on Guiding Strike, when it's maxed out, we'll make it out. I think all three of them will make it. Yeah, okay. I don't have the power. I'd have to pull up SWGOH.gg to look at the info on the actual damage this attack does, as well as the other Ewoks. But besides that, you know, maybe overall in general, I bet the Ewok power-ups powers boost up like by a little bit, like 300 to 500 damage range or something. But this one, it says the physical damage to target enemy with a 60% chance to grant 50% turn meter. Grant other Ewok allies half that amount, and grant other allies 10% turn meter. So you get 25%. So Guiding Strike, basically, you get a 60% chance for Ewok Elder to get 50% turn meter gain. And then Ewok allies get 25%, and all other allies gain 10%. I personally think some of these type of abilities that support a tribe, or support a faction, I like calling it a tribe for some reason, they support themselves the most in kind of this instance. Then they support the allies of that faction, and then they support other allies. So at least they're doing something to your team if you have a mixed team. So, but for the most part, with this prediction, they may change the target enemy, or I mean not target enemy, change the percentages of like maybe to 75% chance to grant that, and maybe up. I don't know if they change the turn meter a bit. And I bet Ewok Elder, I don't see him actually getting anything else worked on this one, this basic attack, outside of maybe powering up its beats a little bit, as well as maybe changing the percentage. Powering up his damage, I mean. It's beats. He has beats. He eats beats. So Tribal Healer, in the past, I believe I've done, on the forums, I did a forum on a way to improve Ewok Elder. So the few things I can see where this ability could be improved is 25%. First off, I could see the health equal to, say, maybe 30 or 35% of either Ewok Elder's max health, or change it to that character's max health. So you heal everyone to their own max health instead of Ewok Elders. Because when I used to play with Ewok Elder, he was always, all he was doing was cleansing and giving like such a small amount. Back when I was playing with him a little bit, yeah, it wasn't maxed out or anything. But, and I bet once you gear him up to gear 11, give him some good health mods, he might actually be a lot better than what I'm thinking. But still, the percentage would be great. It also loses negative status effects. I can even see the cooldown going down to 3 turns, maybe if that, because it cleanses and heals. But then there's also the ability of 35% chance to revive defeated allies at 10% health. I could see maybe the percentages there can be increased a little bit. Like maybe like 40% or maybe 45% chance to revive defeated allies at like 10-15% health or even 20% health. So that's something. Power of the Forest. Revive a random defeated ally with 40% health, 55% chance for Ewok Elder to gain 45% turn meter. The cooldown on this is really high. It's probably one of the first ones to be really high. I'd say change the cooldown to maybe 6, if that. Or if you keep it at 8, change the revive random ally with at like maybe 50 or 55% health, maybe with 20%, or even keep it just at 45% health and 25% protection if they had protection at the time. With instead of the 55% chance, it just automatically gains a 45% turn meter, and the revived ally maybe gets turn meter. That would actually allow the ally that just got revived, at least you have a chance to go again. And so it'd be about 20-25% turn meter. But that's Ewok Elder. I don't really have much other thoughts on what I can predict with it or see how it can be improved. The next one, T-Bow. Deal physical damage to target enemy. If he's stealth, remove 100% turn meter. I don't see that one being pumped up because he's already really viable in raid. I will admit this character's not really too crazy. Even though Ewok Elder, T-Bow actually does boost in a lot of areas. Maybe just certain percentages, like here, Ewok allies gain 100% turn meter, that stays the same. T-Bow gains stealth for 3 turns. Other Ewok allies also have a 30% chance to gain stealth for 2 turns. I'd say 35, maybe 35 on that. Not much for Ewok's scramble tactics. Bring low, maybe damage output between bring low and stealth takedown. Deal unavoidable physical damage to target enemy. Remove all positive status effects if there are any removed. Also remove 60% turn meter. The leader ability is pretty good. 55% chance to gain stealth for 1 turn. And at the beginning of their turns, and a 50% chance to gain 25% turn meter. At the end of their turns, maybe percent changes here and there, but not by much. Also, with this leader ability, as well as Chief Chirpas, I can see him actually boosting other stats with Ewoks. Like say, maybe T-Bow can have either like 10% evasion up, or 10% evasion, or maybe even 25% tenacity, something of that nature to help boost the stats of the leader ability. Like I said, not much on T-Bow. Ewok Scout, obviously this one could probably have a little bit of damage boost, but it's so Ewok Ambush deals physical damage to target enemy with 55% chance to remove 50% turn meter. Maybe change the chance up to maybe 60 or 65, nothing more. Maybe even also have a 50% chance or 75 or 80% chance to dispel negative status effects. That would make Ewok Scout really good. Deals physical damage to target enemy with an additional 50% chance of a critical hit. On top of this one, I can also see maybe like a 20% crit damage added on, or maybe 20 offense, something of that nature. And then Tribal Tactics, I didn't click the right one. Ewok Scout gains 5% evasion for each living Ewok ally, and gains 30% turn meter whenever he evades an attack. That's not bad. Maybe he could go up to like 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, so it'd be 25% evasion on a full Ewok team. He could also have it to whenever, or maybe even change it to where all other Ewoks gain maybe 15% turn meter whenever either Ewok Scout evades or any other Ewok evades. I wouldn't say make it to where other Ewoks gain evasion. Unless you want to, then I would say maybe 2%. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So they only get 10% evasion, which isn't much because it can still be countered if someone's using. Because I've seen some people use a B2 with a accuracy arrow, because he doesn't need the speed as much. But you know, so there's some things. Like I said, this isn't much to go on. I think the ones I really thought of was Ewok Elder and then Chief Chirpa. Bounding Strike, if I keep clicking the right tab, do physical damage to target enemy. In addition, Chirpa gains 35% turn meter if that enemy had more than 50% turn meter. Maybe add some more damage on this one, not by much. Maybe has a chance to gain a buff. So, like I said, I'm trying to see what I can predict on what they'll do with these. This one, I can see maybe the percentage of... so all allies recover 15% health at the start of their next 3 turns, and Ewok allies gain retribution for 2 turns and recover health for an additional 1 turn. I could see maybe 20% health change, retribution for 3 turns, and maybe even defense up and offense up as well to make them a little more viable. Or even retribution for 3 turns and then tenacity for 2 turns. Something to make Ewoks a little more viable. Tenacity up wouldn't be too bad though. Like after Ewok Elder cleanses, he also then Chief Chirpa uses this ability. They're regaining health if they have any health, as well as, you know, getting tenacity up, something of that nature. Tribal Unity. Grant all allies speed up for 2 turns, and then call all Ewok allies and 1 other random ally to assist. I think they set this up because they only put 4 in. I don't know why they never put 5 or 6 or 7 in from the beginning. Also, before I continue on, if anyone has any info on what characters were in the game before or around the time they started the list, before they started adding characters, you know, please give me a link. I would love to look at that. I'll go over it with you guys. But yeah, going back to this. So so this one is definitely one that I could see the assists be maybe 30% less damage instead of 50. Because way down here at 1, it starts at 70, and then it eventually negatives down to 50%. I can see this going down to 30%. So instead of doing the normal damage on the assists, they do 30 less instead of 50 less. It's a lot of damage difference. And maybe it could be 35 or 40 or 45, one of those 3. But I can see the assist difference, you know, go down a little bit. Leader tactics. Now this one I can easily see Zetaed. How they'll do it makes me wonder. So I could see Ewok allies gain 20% turn meter and deal 10% more damage whenever they perform a basic attack. I can also, what I can see is also maybe these percentages raise up just a little bit, not by much. There's a lot of options to work with. Adding something else to reward characters for actually using basic attacks. Maybe like Ewok's basic attacks have a 45% chance to attack again. Something of that nature. Just Ewok allies, not any other Ewok allies. Ewok allies. 45% chance to attack again. Also, I can also see where they can give some sort of boost to Ewoks, like, especially it's a leader ability. I'm surprised they don't boost Ewoks, like maybe their speed or their offense, defense. Like, even defense wouldn't be too bad to boost. Critical avoidance. We don't see that on leader abilities. Like, Ewoks with some critical avoidance, like 25% critical avoidance, which is almost as close as what an arrow mod, a 5-star arrow mod gives you, or 5-dot arrow mod gives you, because it gives you like 22, I think it is. But still, let's see. I think I have one on my Shore Trooper at this time. Come on, Shore Trooper. There you are. Yeah, 24%. So it's 1 off from 25. So if it gave Ewok allies 25% critical avoidance, that would be great. It would help boost some of the... It would help allow not as much damage to go through. Maybe even like... So say 25% critical avoidance and maybe 35-40% defense. So it kind of toughens up the Ewoks a little bit. So it just doesn't like kill them off right away. So that's some of my predictions. I know it was just a bunch of rambling on some of it, but I wanted to get through the video really quick and see what I can kind of predict out there. Now, obviously in this video I can actually look at it and see how close I was when they do rework these guys. Like I said, the leader abilities of Tebow and Tree Chief Chirpa could be boosted. And honestly, there is 3 in the background for Ewoks themselves, which Ewoks that might come in between Low Gray, Ewok Warrior, and Wicket. But one of the other YouTubers, I think it was Mobile Gamer or Arnold T101 or Warrior, one of those 3 actually did a video on, you know, a few. They had a little picture of a bunch of other Ewoks with names. So there might be some other ones that might come in, but I'm still hoping that, you know, at least 2 of the 3, like Low Gray and Wicket, come in. And I personally would like to see it to where for the month of July, each Thursday you get so you can get up to 4 new Ewoks added in, as well as they could always give us free to play Ewok Warrior, and then give 4 other named Ewoks just to get more Ewoks in the game. And then this faction would be set for a good while until maybe another 2 years when they need to rework them again with the newest meta. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on Ewoks and the change of what's coming up. Well, my predictions, I should say. I could be wrong on all of them. They could be totally throw some of these abilities another way. But like I said, some of them I didn't know exactly what would be best to boost with Ewoks. Other than they do need a 5th Ewok. I honestly think they also need a taunting Ewok. They already have a cleansing Ewok and Ewok Elder, but they need a little more boost. I still think Ewok Elder's 2 unique abilities could be, or special abilities, could be lowered if they leave them the way they are. Like if they left the Ewok Elders, like if they changed it to where Ewok Elder's health goes up, that's great. And then the other abilities could be just lowered, like Tribal Healer goes down to 3 turn cooldown, and then Power of the Forest it goes to 6, because there's no turn cooldowns. It takes 8 turns to revive. That is pretty high, but with how crazy the meta is going, there's 3 characters that if they kill a character, they automatically can't revive them. That's Boba Fett's Execute, Death Troopers Terminate, and Darth Nihilus's Annihilate. So I don't see a problem with it actually going down to 6 turn cooldown. But, you know, let me know what you guys think, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.